Welcome back. After a week-long break, we've got a lot to discuss, a lot of teams to pick, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, I love this song.
Just know that I want you back. Just know that I want you. I'll take the fault and the faultiness. I'll give you all the love and then I'll give. I know, this is going to become a karaoke podcast right now. All right, before I get into all that song, welcome back. I hope you guys had a wonderful and safe 4th of July, because we sure did here in LA. My name is Paulina Aguilar, and you guys can find me on Twitter at _Paulina Aguilar and on Instagram at Paulina M. Aguilar. Now, Jamie and Laura are both absent this week, but don't worry, because I've got my lovely co-host tonight. Introduce yourself.
Hey guys, hey AfterBuzzers, I'm Lien Castillo. You can find me on all social media platforms at Hollywood Lien, and you can find me here at AfterBuzz on Monday nights doing the Real Housewives of Orange County recap.
Ooh, that just started.
Yeah.
It's a juicy first episode.
Absolutely, it was a great episode.
I gotta tune in. I'm gonna tune in with the rest of the viewers.
Tune in, please.
So, you love Below Deck, huh?
I love Below Deck Mediterranean. I'm a huge, huge fan.
We all are. All right. So let's get into it. This is
jump in.
episode 9, Kissing Up. We've got a few things going on in this episode.
Few things.
It wasn't, well, okay, a lot of things. A lot of things, pardon.
Yes.
Well, where we left off with the new charter guest, who happens to be a yacht broker she happens to be part with the guests, but the main charter guest happens to be
Tequila Girl.
Tequila Girl.
Goza?
I don't know, but I want to try.
Yes, we do.
Should have had my margarita. So overall with the episode, what are your thoughts up until now from all the drama from the beginning of the season? Because nobody has heard your side of the story yet.
Well, this love triangle is still like giving me life. Adam, Malia, and Wes. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like really team Wes, and then sometimes I'm like, what are you doing, Malia? And then with Adam, he just, I go back and forth with him. But it's been crazy, and it's getting even more juicier with this anchor bridge kiss. I mean,
yes. All right, yeah, we'll definitely get into it. But let's start off with Hannah and Adam, because they seem to be at each other's throats.
Yes, they are.
More and more and more. And I think that ever since this whole incident with Hannah and Jason, she is never going to hear the end of it, and it's everyone's
they have
going
something
after
on her now. They have something on Hannah, so you know they're going to milk it till the end.
Well, okay, so then what's Hannah's reason for going after Adam so much? Because first it's the backwards hat, then it's the apron, then it's his food. You know, do you think it's kind of like she's doing it on purpose because of the crap that he gives her? Or do you think she really cares about, is it a business point of being professional?
Well,
and doing a better job, because she's not a chef.
I know, but chefs have this personality. Sometimes it can be very difficult to work with.
Yes.
Sometimes it's an ego thing. I think with Adam, it's a combination of both things. I think it's a little bit of ego. I think it's a little bit of just wanting to be kind of like a dickhead to Hannah, but I think overall, when it comes down to doing what you're supposed to do, you kind of put that aside and just cook, and I feel like he hasn't done that fully.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But do you think it's Hannah's place to tell him something about the cooking, or do you think it should come from somewhere else? Because she went after a couple of things.
Well, she's up there. I mean, she's a chief stew. I feel like that relationship, chief stew and the chef, it should be tight. So if I felt like something wasn't up to par and it was going to affect my tip, I might have something to say. It might not be as confrontational as Hannah said it, but I would have made a couple snide remarks here and there, like, we're having snickerdoodle cookies. All right.
Would you take it up to the captain? Because that's a different story.
That's different.
I don't like snitches, because snitches get stitches, okay?
Snitches get ditches.
If I got a problem, you take it to that person first before you have to go to a higher up. So I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, we've had a couple snitches, not just Hannah.
True.
Obviously, Wes joined that little boat today. No, not Wes. Max joined the little snitching boat by stirring up the boat by telling everybody that Hannah was going after Adam's food.
Yeah.
That's snitching right there as well.
And a gossiper. Jeez, I don't know. Pick a team.
I don't know if I would have gone up to Sandy, though, because, going up to the captain, there's no going back after that. You know what I mean?
No, because all of a sudden, instead of it being between Hannah and Adam where, just hash it out, work it out, whatever, yell at each other, now you're jeopardizing his position.
Yeah.
You know,
but he jeopardized his position a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, he did.
The spiteful
but
onion
here's the
gate
thing. I don't
thing.
know if I were a chief stew, I don't know if I would say I can go and tell Adam or any chef, hey, you need to do a better job. I'm not a chef.
Yeah.
I didn't train for a X amount of years to provide this glorious food for a yacht. This is your expertise.
Yeah.
My expertise is a chief stew and running a crew and making sure everything is good.
But what's wrong with saying step it up? Especially when everyone's kind of
I think
gone
there's a
after
better
her.
way to say it.
Yeah.
I think there's a better way to say it. I would not have gone up to Sandy, that's for sure.
I definitely wouldn't have gone to Sandy just because, like I said, like when you go to Sandy, there's no going back from that. And just side note, Sandy is a G. She is a gangster.
Really like her.
Love
I really like
Sandy.
her.
She's a badass women's captain, and I freaking love it. Shout out to Sandy. I think she's been doing a great job, you know?
Well, let's see. Let's move on to Malia. Because we saw them chatting a little
Malia.
bit.
Don't we all want to be Malia? I mean, I want two guys.
I want to be Malia.
I want two guys fighting over me. I like the drama.
I don't think I want to be Malia in this position. She took it too far.
She did take it too far.
Here's what I don't agree with what she said. She said in her interview that it's not a big deal if Wes finds out that she and Adam had a thing before the boat.
Yeah. She's crazy.
Guess what? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is a big deal.
If I were Wes, I would be pissed.
Are you kidding me? I would be super pissed.
I would be livid, and I would have to. Well, first of all, I would have ended this whole love triangle a long time ago. But I'm just saying that makes it worse.
And obviously, it gets.
Would you tell that person?
I would. Yeah, I would have to mention it at some point, just because you know it's going to come out. I mean, you know, you're on camera. You know that they're going to replay stuff. You know they're going to edit stuff. And Bravo has such a fantastic way of editing stuff. You know what I mean? Just like the little clips that they use to put together to show things like the soup and salad thing. Like she was talking about Adam's food and she's like, soup and salad, soup and salad. And they went back and showed this entire montage of him serving soup and salad. So maybe he does need to step it up.
His food looked really good though.
I know, but lentil soup?
I don't know. I've never had lentil soup before.
Lentil soup? I mean, come on.
But if I were Wes and someone told me that, my mentality would be like, and now I'm a little bit insecure because now I don't know what kind of relationship they had. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I know, but if you were to tell me,
oh yeah, I would be
all of a
super
sudden
pissed.
my self-esteem would go all the way down because how long did that happen? How far did it go? How serious was it? And then you just start questioning.
Well, Malia is going to be in the hot seat no matter what. As we see in the upcoming preview for the next episode, I mean, Adam looks at her and says, how do you sleep at night? You know, which is a little bit dramatic, but Adam is dramatic. But the point is, Malia is going to have to address and own the pot that she's been stirring. She jumped in that pot, and she's going to have to answer to it. There's a lot of things that don't add up.
Well, she stirred it up even more by making out with Wes at Anchor Watch. Anchor Watch!
Yeah, but he said, come here. But she
got out of bed. She got out of bed on her own.
Right. No, yeah, she's a little flirt. I don't blame her, though. That boat looks lonely. I would want a 3 a.m. kiss, too. Oh, Wes, kiss me at 3 a.m. on the boat dock.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so Bugs seems a little upset with this whole Hannah thing. And tell me what the point of Hannah and Bugs having that conversation.
It didn't resolve anything.
In the interior. But what was the point of that? Because that was right after they went out and they argued about the iPad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the point of it was because of the upcoming charter guests, they want to make sure that they're on point and that their standard is up. So she doesn't want any tension.
But why not talk to everybody about it?
Well, because Bugs is the one she has to work with the most.
I feel like if you're preaching about just drop it and let it be and move on, then why... I don't see a point to that conversation.
Yeah, well, there was no point. They didn't solve anything. If anything, it just showed a lot of fakeness.
Like, if you know the
truth,
an
awkward
if you know
situation.
The truth, it shouldn't matter what everybody else thinks. As long as you know the truth and the other person knows the truth.
And I love Hannah. I love Hannah. I've always been team Hannah, especially with the kind of characters that we have this season. I'm not relating so much with the guys. Like, I'm more about the girls this season.
Okay.
And even though I've been team Hannah, this conversation with Bugs really bugged me with the timestamp thing. Like,
funny.
we all know that on iPhones and iPads there is a timestamp. I have no freaking way on how to even
change it.
Yeah, like
modify it.
That was weird. That
Yeah.
was weird. I don't think she should have.
I think she was just trying to cover that.
But she made the hole deeper.
I mean, she's already.
But it's Bugs.
I like her. She's nice.
I like Bugs too. She's super nice.
What did you think about Bobby saying that them reading the iPad was a prank?
That's called backpedaling, Bobby. If you're just
Because
gonna
it
just
was
be
not
like
a
that, be
prank.
like that.
It was not a prank.
It was not a prank. Oh, Bobby. Oh, Bobby. He knows I want to be captain.
Well, let's get
Captain,
on to that.
firefighter, EMT, bodybuilder. I mean, pick a lane.
He's doing just fine. Let's move on
He
to
is
this
doing
whole
just fine.
captain thing.
Just messing with you, Bobby.
Well, Captain Sandy tells Wes that he has to choose a second lead deckhand.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, well, he obviously picks Max.
Yes,
Do
he
you
does.
think that is the right decision?
Yes, I do.
And why?
I do think it's a good decision and the right decision because we all know that Malia, she's a newbie. She's green. She hasn't been on the boat that long. Even though she's doing fantastic, she has initiative. She has a great kiss in the bridge room. I mean, come on, guys. She has not been on the boat long enough to be the second lead.
I can agree to
Bobby, he's a little desperado. You know, he's kind of like the little brother. You're like, all right, you know, get away. But at the same time, I think when Wes was talking about Bobby, he did say something constructive, which was when you don't tell him what to do, he doesn't know what to do. He's kind of stuck. And I know people like that. I know people that need direction in order to move forward. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in a leadership position, you have to take the initiative to move forward, to delegate. And I don't think Bobby can delegate. And I don't think he has the respect of the crew to throw delegations out there where everyone would be like, yeah, you're right. I'm going to follow that order right now.
Now, for Wes to notice something like that about a crew member of where the weakness is, do you think that he should take it upon himself to kind of help him become that person?
Absolutely. But he's been a little distracted by Malia.
Well, he actually considers Malia, which would have been a big no-no.
Yeah.
First of all, why would you even tell her?
I know.
Or anybody
that was just
that he has to make this decision.
Yeah.
That is probably the most stupid professional decision that I think anybody can
And she's
make.
so green, she runs around and tells the entire deck crew.
Yeah, right. But that's what I'm saying is like you have like, okay, fine, you're making out, whatever. But there has to be some boundaries. You know, this is a private conversation that you had with the captain. Why would you go and take it down?
Absolutely. I think Wes kind of shot himself in the foot with that scene. He showed a little greenness himself by doing that.
Yeah.
I do think he made the right decision with Max. Max has had enough experience on the boat. Even him pulling the boat out of the dock today with Sandy was successful.
I think that was just the safe choice for him to make, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a safe choice, but it was the right choice.
He would have
though.
been screwed either way.
Yeah, but it was the right choice.
Because we see Malia in the preview getting upset.
Get upset, girl. And we're all just used to Bobby always being upset. So, I mean, I think he made the right decision. I can handle Malia and Bobby being upset. You know what I mean? But I think Max does a well enough job that he deserves it. You know what I mean?
But with Malia saying in the preview, you know, I'm just a cute female deckhand.
True.
I don't like that. Yeah, well, yeah, she's cute. She's deckhand. She's up there working with the boys. But if she were chosen, she would be like, I just got chosen because I'm making out with Wes.
Yeah,
You don't want that reputation if you're trying to be a captain. You know, if I were Malia, I'd be like, okay, I would bring Wes aside and be like, okay, what should I work on? What do I need to work on? How do I improve?
I mean, the cute girl deckhand theory, I can see that card and how you should play it, but it doesn't apply to this situation because he has been giving a lot of time with Malia. He's been working with her side by side, so she's been able to flourish. And, you know, and in a sense, it's been kind of screwing Bobby over because he hasn't had a chance to work with him.
But this is why you don't date coworkers, because then you find yourself in a sticky situation like this.
Exactly. You just have sex with them and never talk about it again. But these people can't seem to do that. They want to actually date. They want to actually have some longevity, and it's just wrong. You can't do that on a charter boat with cameras.
Okay, well, let's get into this preview because this one looked pretty intense.
Man.
And every time, I think we all get upset with Adam because we had him in the beginning of the season in the studio. And we wanted, obviously they can't say very much, but goddamn, I mean, Adam, you didn't tell us about this fight that you were about to get into.
Okay, he smacked Wes in the back of the head.
I think he punched him. He didn't just smack him. He punched him. He full on threw a punch.
Keep those emotions in.
No, and this is over a girl. It never fails. Have you ever gotten into a fight over
a girl? Definitely not. Over a man.
Oh.
Maybe. I'm just kidding.
Did you win?
I always win, honey. No, this preview was crazy though, and Hannah in the middle of it blocking them, and Bobby kind of, big gangly self kind of stepping in. That's a crazy, crazy preview, man. I really can't wait for next episode.
It's going to be juicy. Is there anything else that I missed?
Well, you know what? I wanted to talk about something specifically because you guys had Hannah on.
Yeah.
And, we keep going back to the Kissing Gate scandal with Jason, but we don't really know exactly what happened behind those doors because the door was closed.
Right. And the cameras, and there's editing, and, well, none of us were there. I think that's the point of reality TV is that we can have our own theory and make our own assumptions. There's always three sides to the truth.
Yeah.
So you had Jason's, which he said on What Happens Live. Then you have Hannah, which she said on our interview.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
Because Jason mentioned that he was not the kisser. He was the kissee.
Which puts her in some boiling water.
Which would explain Hannah running up the stairs to check on someone. Are you going to bed? Let me close the door behind me. What's going on? Oh, you're here.
Yeah. But you know what? I really annoys me, and I love that Captain Sandy called her out on this. Was her deflecting? Was her deflecting on what she did and getting upset with Adam? And Sandy just says, hey, you ain't got no right to say anything because you screwed up too.
She did screw up.
Which is the truth.
It is the truth, and it kind of came out later with the guys when she went out because she brought it up. She brought it up by making the little snide comments, which I'm all about. I'm the snide comment master. But I
hate that. I hate that.
But you have to be prepared.
Well, see, but if I were Hannah, I'm prepared, and you're going to make me start about, I'm having ear open. I'm like, I'm waiting for a comment. I'm like, all right. Let's go. Let's talk. Exactly,
because she was in the wrong, but she didn't handle it the right way.
No.
She didn't handle it the right way by getting mad and lying again with the whole, she said to Max, because he's like, you necked him. And she's like, no, I didn't. I really didn't neck him. And he's like, I would push someone off if they kissed me. And she's like, well, that's exactly what I did. We know you didn't do that, boo, but it's all good. Lauren comes off a little desperado when it comes to Hannah. She's like, she just wants the big sister approval.
She wants the boss approval. She said that multiple times in interviews that I just want to impress my boss, and do a good job.
I know, which it's kind of a turn off. Yeah, it's kind of a turn off, especially because Bugs is like, you guys were fighting just a couple weeks ago. Hannah was going off on you. Now you guys are best friends.
But okay,
Hannah needs somebody though.
This is what girls do. You get into an argument with somebody, and then one is left out, and then it somehow gets resolved, and then everybody just trades. Okay, next, and then this person's out, and then this person
moves in. It's like a revolving door.
And then next, and then you just go in a circle. That's just how women are, and she doesn't have a lot of options of people to talk to.
She doesn't, but
and the guys are giving her the
Hannah is the HBIC.
The what?
She's the head bitch in charge.
Oh, I don't know acronyms.
Well, I love Hannah, and I'm team Hannah, because even in the beginning of this episode, her and Adam were kind of going back and forth, and Adam was saying everything he could to try to get under her skin, like, oh, you don't have any more friends, and are you going to lose your roommates? And she was just like, dude, I'm not here to make friends. These are my work colleagues. These are not my friends. I'm here to make money. Yeah. And if you mess with my money, I'm going to call you out on it. I'm sorry.
But she could have messed up that money too.
By kissing someone, it helped. It helped.
In this case, it helped. I'm just saying. That's
if she was a bad kisser, it would have been bad. But apparently, Jason liked What happened to him?
I don't know. I feel like it's such like a...
It's a mixed bag.
Yeah, and it's just a terrible situation to be on because how do you bounce back? I feel like in a position as, say, a lead deckhand, say it was Wes and he got caught kissing a girl, you lose a little bit of respect from your crew members, which means they're not going to take you as serious. You know, they're going to do what you say because you're in charge.
And she had a perfect record up until this, so this is something, like you said earlier.
And that makes her human.
They're not going to let it go.
No, they're never going to let it down.
Keep fighting them, Hannah. Keep fighting them. You have the experience and the little quirks and quips to back it up. You know what I mean? Where's the creme brulee? You know?
Is there anything else?
Soup and salad.
I forgot?
No, that's about it.
I think that's about it, right?
I'm ready for some soup and salad.
You know it's hot outside, right? It's like 90 degrees here in LA. Are you kidding me? No, thank you. Give me some ice cream. All right. Well, we will have to check in again next week. So don't forget to join us as we get to see this brawl. I want to know who's going to win and who Malia chooses. Maybe she'll finally make a decision.
Exactly.
How about that?
I won't be here, but thank you for having me, Paulina.
You are welcome back anytime.
Ooh, that
Tell
sounds
them where
great.
they can find you.
You can find me on all social media platforms at Hollywood Lien or on my website, HollywoodLien.com, and here at AfterBuzz on Monday nights doing the Real Housewives of Orange County recap.
Get it. And you guys can find me on Twitter at _Paulina Aguilar and on Instagram at Paulina M. Aguilar. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.